so hard to fade away.
What is up, guys? My name is Hussain, and today we're talking about the iPhone 11 accessories, or 11 Pro, or 11 Pro Max, but you get the idea. Actually, a lot of these accessories could probably be used with any other iPhone as well, or any other phone actually. It could be even Android phones, but some of them are iPhone related. Maybe I should change the title of this video. So the iPhone 11 Pro Max has been my daily driver ever since it came out. Now I also carry the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, which I did a review on. In case if you missed that, I'm gonna link it up here. Super cool, make sure you guys check that out. But basically my daily driver is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and a large part of that is because I'm really comfy inside that walled garden. Like, I got like a Mac that I edit with Final Cut Pro on, and an iPad and AirPods and Apple Watch, and yeah, I'm deep into that ecosystem. So regularly using the iPhone, I've come across quite a few accessories that I kind of love using and that have made my life easier as well with the iPhone. So I thought I'd share that with you guys in this video. So without further ado, let's get right up on into this thing. Okay, the first item I'm going to talk about is the Apple Watch. This one's a cop-out, I know, but just bear with me. It gets more interesting. Now, this particular one is the Apple Watch Series 5. However, if I was to advise you guys to get one of them in today's day and age, I would probably go with the Series 4. Not much difference between the Series 5 and Series 4, but regardless, I love my Apple Watch. I use it every single day. I love checking my notifications on it, so I've kind of filtered what notifications I want to come through. Now, another feature that I really like about it is having all these complications. I'm able to just glance down at my watch and see exactly what I need to see, such as the weather, or if I have anything in my calendar or anything, right off the bat, which is pretty helpful. Another reason I really like the watch is I can style it with several different bands, depending on what color I'm wearing or what color I feel like wearing. I'll put that on, or different types of straps. For example, I want to wear a leather strap right now for this video, so I'm wearing a yellow leather strap. Another big one is Find My iPhone, because I always seem to misplace my iPhone, and it's as easy as just swiping up and pressing Find My iPhone on the Apple Watch, and your iPhone will just start ringing wherever it is. And the last two things I'd like to talk about are camera controls, so you can actually open up the camera app and just capture from your wrist. And the last thing was Siri. So having the ability to literally talk to my wrist, tell it to send a text message if I'm driving, or tell it to set a reminder. Because trust me, I get like all these things, especially when I'm driving or I'm doing something where I can't use my phone. That's when all like the best ideas will come to my mind. Okay, the next item we're going to talk about is also from the sponsor of this video. Now, I give this disclaimer usually when I do sponsored videos, so just want to throw this out there again. I only work with brands that I personally believe and I like working with, and who are honest and don't mind me being honest. So I will give you the pros and cons, the raw, unfiltered data, whatever it is, you will hear it from me. But at the end of the day, it's sponsored, so somewhat biased at some level. So take it however you want to take it. So the next item is the Logitech 3-in-1 powered dock. Now, this is basically a charging dock that can power 3 separate devices, so pretty much your everyday carry. What I personally use this to charge is my iPhone, my AirPods Pro, and my Apple Watch. And those are pretty much the 3 items that I need to charge every single day, so this thing kind of just lives on my desk and I throw all my stuff on there before going to bed. So the first thing you're going to notice when you look at this is how clean it looks. It looks super clean, whether you get it in black or whether you get it in white. And when you actually come close and you start touching it, it feels even better. Like, this thing feels amazing. Like, I wish I had like clothes made of this thing. So it's got like this like silicone material all around it, which means that your stuff is not going to get scratched, right? So if you throw your iPhone on there, your Apple Watch, your AirPods, whatever, you could even throw another iPhone on there. Now, one of the reasons I like this particular charging dock is I don't have to go search for the coils when I'm trying to charge something. That was annoying, especially when I'm trying to go to bed, and like that's the last thing I want to be doing. I'm like, oh, trying to find it like in the middle of the night. Like it sucks. So this I like because I know where everything goes. Now, one of the cons I can think of is maybe somebody might find that a little more bulkier than some of the wireless chargers that we're used to, but I would trade the size for the functionality of it for this particular product, because I just hate trying to look for those coils in the middle of the night. Okay, the next item we're going to talk about is the Joby Grip Tight Gorilla Pod Pro. That's a mouthful. Now, this is my tripod of choice for using with my phone, simply because of the mount and the tripod and everything. Like, the combo, it's awesome, right? Firstly, the legs bend. Like, you've probably seen these on the internet somewhere or the other, but these are pretty awesome. You can bend them and kind of put your phone like around like poles or around like pipes and uneven ground and pretty much anywhere. The other thing I like is that the cell phone mount that comes with it is the mount that I pretty much use for my cell phone, and that is because you can use it in both portrait and landscape. So if you're doing like live streams or Instagram or anything like that where you need to be in portrait mode, then you can do so. But let's say you're doing like a YouTube video or something like this, then you can also flip it into landscape mode. Yeah, I recommend this tripod. It's pretty cool. Check it out. The next item we're going to talk about is a gimbal for your iPhone. And the one that I'd like to recommend is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Now, a gimbal is not something that everybody needs because let's face it, like the stabilization on your iPhone right out of the box is actually really great. And you can do a lot of cool like slow panning or moving shots whenever you need to. But when you're trying to get a specific kind of shot for which a gimbal works really well for, it does wonders for your iPhone. So for example, let's say you're like running down full speed and somebody's following you. With a gimbal, it's gonna look a lot better. But the main reason I really like this particular gimbal over any other gimbal is because firstly, it's foldable. And the other reason I really like it is because it can shoot both in portrait and landscape. Now you see it's a common theme with all my tripods and my gimbals and stuff like that. I think it's really important today's day and age to have both, like the ability to do both portrait and landscape, because it depends on what you're filming for. And the bonus is that the app for this is actually really good as well. Like you can throw this entire gimbal on like a tripod as well, and you can just use it to film yourself. And if you run up the app, then you can kind of even like select yourself, and the app will actually like make the gimbal track you. So pardon the noise, I'm basically filming with kids here, babysitting. So this is called active track. So I just kind of highlight my face and boom, now it's following me. So wherever I go and I'm talking to you guys, the camera's gonna follow me. This is so cool. This is so cool. The next item we're gonna talk about are screen protectors. I'm just kidding, like I hate those things. I don't use screen protectors. Like I used to use screen protectors, but no, I don't use that on my phone. I like feeling that glass, you know, like that glass right up against your face. Oh, but if you had to get a screen protector, like I got a screen protector for my wife just because the kids use her phone a lot more and they might be dropping it. So if you're in that category and you have to use a screen protector, please don't go to Apple and get their screen protectors, because they will charge you an arm and a leg, and you're gonna be back in there in 2 weeks wanting to change that because it got a small crack. For some reason, tempered glass and like these screen protectors on my phone, they always crack. These things aren't meant to last. They're gonna crack. So just get the cheap ones on Amazon. The one I usually get is called, I think it's called like ESR or something like that. All of these products are linked in the description down below, so don't worry your pretty head. The next item, which is a must-have for me, is the iPhone SD card dongle thingy that plugs into your iPhone. Basically, if you use another camera and you want to be able to get photos from that camera into your iPhone, then you can get this dongle, and I just recommend getting the one from Apple. It works just fine. It's nice, clean, neat, small package, and it works just fine. Okay, next item. This is Apple's smart battery case for the iPhone. And this thing actually works pretty well, but it is a hit or miss. Like it has pros and cons to it. Here's what I mean. Me personally, my iPhone never runs out of battery. Like I get like a full day's usage out of it, like a day and a half, and I have no issues. So I really don't need a smart battery case, but there are certain cases where it actually has come in handy, such as if you're traveling, which is probably not gonna happen anytime soon, so that's a mute point. Or if you're live streaming or you're filming on your iPhone quite a bit, like let's say you vlog on your iPhone or that's your main camera, or let's say you do a lot of live streams, then it's super helpful because it does elongate the life of the battery. And the good thing about this case is that you can still wirelessly charge your iPhone. So, and in fact, it'll actually charge the battery case as well when you put it on a wireless charger. And the other thing I really like about it is it's got like a dedicated camera button now, which is super cool, and actually probably the main reason I bought it, especially in scenarios where it's tougher for you to navigate on the screen. Like for example, if you have gloves on or you're doing some activity where you're not able to actually touch the screen or navigate, then having the ability to just press the button and get it started and take the picture and then keep moving, super valuable. But my biggest gripe with it is for everyday usage, it's a beast, like it's a tank. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of having your phone that heavy for everyday usage. But I mean, check it out. If you're okay with it, then who cares, right? Now, the next three items I'm gonna talk about are all related to audio on your iPhone. And they are important if you're a live streamer or if you like filming on your iPhone. So stay tuned for all three. The first item in this category we're going to talk about is the Rode Smartlav Plus. Now the iPhone 11 already does awesome video. Like, it's got one of the best video quality for a phone out there, but the audio still hasn't gotten the studio treatment that the iPad and the MacBook Pro 16-inch has gotten. This is where the Rode Smartlav Plus comes in. Okay, so now just to show you an example of how different it will sound once I plug in a mic, this is me recording on just the iPhone. Camera quality, amazing. But audio, okay, passable. But here's the mic. Boom. Okay, now this is me recording on the Rode Smartlav Plus. And as you can tell, this makes a huge difference, right? So if you're doing live streams or if you're doing any sort of recording, you can just clip this on yourself. Whoops. And there you go. Now you're good. Now you got like a semi-professional setup for your iPhone already good to go. Now this works really well if you are live streaming or if you're stationary in one particular place, but what if you're vlogging and you kind of want to move the camera around and leave it in places and you just want to have that distance and not be tethered? In that case, that's where the next product comes in, and that is the Rode Wireless Go. Now the Rode Wireless Go system is super cool, and it's been my go-to lav mic system for a while now. And anytime I'm doing lav mics, then this is what I'm using. And that's because it comes with a receiver and it also comes with a microphone end. And you don't even actually need a lav mic to plug into the microphone end, because that in and of itself is a microphone. Now the third and final item in this category, in order to make the first two items even work with your setup, are these two cables. The first is the infamous Apple dongle, which is the lightning cable to 3.5mm headphone jack. And the second cable is the Rode SC4, I believe, the 3.5mm to TRRS connecting adapter dongle thingy. So yeah, just make sure you guys get both those dongles and then you should be good to go. Okay, the next item we're going to talk about is the tile. Tiles are pretty awesome. I've been using them for the past year or so. I have it in my wallet, in my backpacks, on my keys, everywhere. And these things are super neat because not only can you use your iPhone to find wherever you've put that tile, but also you can reverse look up. So for example, if you lost your phone, but you have your wallet on you and you have your tile in your wallet, then you can press the button and it'll make your phone ring wherever it is. The next thing we're going to talk about is a network hub. Now, I actually started using one about 2 weeks ago, and I actually discovered it then, and it was actually kind of cool. So I thought I'd mention it in this video. And the one I have is called the RAVPower File Hub. This thing does several really cool things. One, it can serve as a wireless router for you. The second pretty cool thing about it is that it has a SD card slot, and you can actually plug in your SD card to it, and you can access that SD card with your phone, your laptop, or your iPad, or anything, as long as you can connect to it wirelessly on the network. So it's pretty cool. And you can also use that SD card slot and also plug into the USB drive, and you can transfer the SD card to the SSD. And the last thing, and which is probably the reason I actually bought it for, was it can serve as a personal NAS device, which is basically network attached storage. And what that means is, let's say you have a bunch of movies or a bunch of stuff on your SSD or your hard drive, and you want to be able to access it anywhere else in the house, you can plug it in, and basically it will have its own wireless network, and you can connect to it, and then you can watch your movies and access whatever you need to access right off the file hub. Okay, next two products are also kind of cop-outs. The Apple Airpods Pro. I mean, I did give you guys a lot of juice, so don't hate me for these ones, but it won't be a iPhone accessories video without mentioning these, because these are on my daily usage list. I use my AirPods Pro every single day. Absolutely love them. Love having the ability to use like the noise cancellation mode when I want like absolute pin drop silence. And also it's good to have the transparency mode so I can actually hear what's happening around me, especially like if my kids are sleeping and I need to be able to see when they wake up. So then it's super helpful there. And I love how it comes in such a small, neat package that I can just take with me wherever I go. And the last cop-out item I'm going to mention today is the Apple leather case. This is a case of my choice. I use it every single day and I have it on my phone. I know some people really don't like leather cases because it looks dirty after a while. That dirt is called patina, and I actually really like it. It gives like this like aged leather feeling to it. Adds character. It adds, I don't know what it is. It's like, Okay, and that brings us to the very last product, and that is the Peak Design Tech pouch, and that's pretty much brings all the accessories I talked about together in one pouch so that you can carry them all with you for whatever reason. I do not know, because you're not going anywhere. You're isolated at home. But if you want some place to keep all the stuff inside your pouch, I've tried a few different items here, but this is the one that I decided to go with just because it has tons of neat little pockets and areas where I can store like all these like little intricate goodies. Like I love using this thing. And also at the bottom, you can like kind of just like flex it and it pans out so that you can see everything. Like it's just spread out over for you to see, like Batman's utility belt. Does that? No, that doesn't make sense. Regardless, anyways, that's it for today. I hope you found this video beneficial, entertaining, and helpful to you guys. But all in all, if you found this video beneficial, helpful, and entertaining, make sure you guys go ahead and crush that like button. If you like content around tech, gadgets, filmmaking, and lifestyle, then make sure you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And as usual, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out of breath. I talked so much. It's nighttime now. I've been doing this for a while. It's a lot of accessories, man. Oh my god, this is so cool.